Hello everyone, I'm Bram Gene, co-founder of Wevolver, and Wevolver is a platform where people collaborate on hardware development, projects like robots, drones, clean tech, 3D printers. And it can be both public and private projects. There we go. An example of a public project is the Hackberry prosthesis, an electric 3D printed prosthesis that you control with a sensor that's placed on the remaining part of your hand and picks up electronic pulses. And our users are sharing 3D files, electronic schematics, assembly instructions. And that allows anyone, wherever you are, to make and improve this design. So there's a global community continuously making better, stronger versions of this prosthetic. I'll tell a bit more about that later. Other projects are private, for example, developed by engineering firms internally. In that case, they pay a subscription fee for hosting their project on Wevolver. We started 18 months ago. We launched then with 20 public projects on the platform that all came out of our personal network. We've grown to over 500 public projects. We have over 5,000 users and are growing by 15% in active users each month. And along the way, we picked up a few nice awards, including the Accenture Innovation Award. We just came back from the United States, where we won the South by Southwest Innovation Award. And of course, we're supported by the Doom Foundation, so that's why I'm here today. The question is, of course, why are we building Wevolver? And that is because hardware development is changing. It's becoming fast, decentralized, collaborative, and open. And there are a few drivers for this change. One of the drivers we've seen in 3D Hubs on stage is digital manufacturing. For example, 3D printing, it enables for rapid and low-cost development of new technologies, of new products. Electronic components are being commoditized. So the costs of anything from microcontrollers to sensors have dropped dramatically over the past years. Another important thing is that the whole mindset of software development is expanding to different fields, including the field of developing hardware. And as we know here at the Tech Conference, software development is about agile, lean, it's collaborative, and it's often open source. Furthermore, we see this global shift towards more flexible workforces, more entrepreneurship, and our new channels to fund and market your ventures. So hardware development is changing, and that's a good thing, but there's still a problem here. There are no online tools supporting this new way of developing technologies. So as an engineer, it's very difficult to effectively share your knowledge and files. People start using things like Dropbox and Google Docs and emailing stuff around, making a mess of a project. And then when you want to keep track of changes and developments in your project, or for example, merge changes from different collaborators, things get really messy. And the last thing is, you want to work open source and get a collaborative community. It's really hard to get those collaborations off the ground. So hardware development is changing, but there are no tools supporting this new development. And that's where Wevolver comes in. A platform for decentralized collaborative development on projects, and that can be public and private projects. We also have a community of engineers, designers, entrepreneurs that you then can reach out to and get collaborations from. And so collaborating and having access to public knowledge and files enables you now to learn, to solve problems, to start businesses. So for example, if you want to learn how to build drones and robots, you can now go online, find all the files and knowledge that you need to build these kinds of projects. Or you use technology to solve problems. Take the design of the Hackberry, adapt it to a specific use case. One of our users was able to get his brother two specific customized prosthetics. So his brother lost both of his hands in a work accident, and now he got two prosthetics that he can use for weightlifting, because that was his personal passion. And other users are building technology to start businesses. One of our main users is OpenROV, a startup from Silicon Valley who are building underwater drones for exploration. So they have built a viable business around selling kits and around high premium versions of their drones, and they are hosting their project on the website as well. So where are we going from here? In the next year, we are getting more startups and engineering firms on the platform so that we get more revenue from our subscription fees for private projects. And to do so, we leverage the network that we have in the industry, both from me and my co-founder. Richard, my co-founder, is here in the audience as well. He's previously started a 3D printing company. My background is in industrial design, so we have a large network that we can leverage. And on top of that, we get thousands new public projects online in the next 12 months. And to do so, we reach out to makerspaces. Makerspaces are offline spaces where you can use tools like 3D printing to build these kinds of technologies. There are over 4,000 of those spaces all around the world. We have a database with all of them, and we're going to reach out to them in the coming 12 months. So that's really exciting, and also in the meantime, our users will keep doing inspiring things. And this is one of the projects that's going to make it big this year. It's called InMove Robots for Good. It's developed by people on our platform, and it's a humanoid, full-scale 3D printable robot that is going to enable sick children to explore the world in virtual reality. So children in the hospital are going to get virtual reality glasses on, and they're going to control the robot, look through his eyes as it walks around. The community was working on this, and then suddenly the Sacramento Kings NBA basketball club in California picked this up. They reached out to us, and now they got 2 local high schools building these robots, and soon the children will be able to explore the new stadium of the Sacramento Kings with this robot. So we're also teaching the new generation about this new way of hardware development. And I think that's really exciting, that's really powerful, because when you no longer have barriers to develop technology, people start doing incredible things. So it's going to be exciting. We are now fundraising. We're building a team of investors and supporters who are inspired by the work of our users. So if you want to learn more about that, please reach out to me after the talks. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Bram. So what's your question to the audience?
Yeah, I'll keep it at the fundraising. We can use help with that if you believe in this, if you want. If you either have like a feeling with the social impact that this democratization of technology makes, come talk to me. If you have feeling with hardware or with technology, would love to know more about you. I think that's the main thing.
Okay, thank you, Bram. Thank you very much. If you like what they do, you should read the book of Chris Anderson, The Maker, The New Industrial Revolution, because it's really mind-blowing what's coming. Thank you, Bram. So we're going to the second pitch. Second pitch is Pieter te Kuilen of BlackBear.
Great to be here. Thank you all for coming. And thank you, Stichting Doen, one of the parties that made it possible that we are here at all. Otherwise, we would have not made it from startup to almost roll out. So a great thanks to Alexander and his team for supporting us early stage in the past. I'm Pieter te Kuilen from BlackbearCarbon. What is BlackbearCarbon? Have you ever heard of carbon black? Probably not, but you will very soon. BlackbearCarbon is recycling waste tires into carbon black, high-value carbon black. And we're the first company able to do that. Carbon black is a product that's being used in many different items. First of all, of course, it's in tires, because it gives rubber-specific qualities. No, it's moving forward. Sorry. It's giving us rubber special qualities, but it's also, for example, in paint, black paint, mixing it with white paint becomes very black. It's also in your plastics at home, plastic chairs, whatever you have that is black, your iPad, I see here a lot of black, all of that has carbon black in it. And even for the ladies' mascara, it has a lot of carbon black in it. So it better be a good product, because otherwise it will not function. But it's also causing a problem. And the problem is that making carbon black is highly polluting. And let me try to see if this... Yeah. Producing carbon black is highly polluting. Just to make 1 ton of carbon black, you need 2.5 tons of oil. And in that process, you emit 3 tons of CO2. Yeah, I'm not pressing anything, it's automatic here. I don't want it to move at all, but okay.
Green button.
Yeah, but I'm not pushing it, and it moves all the way.
Is this the right side?
No.
Dat is achteruit, hè?
Yeah, it should
Hij
go
wil
back.
achteruit, hij wil achteruit, jongens.
I was still at the polluting slide, if that's possible. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes.
Stay here. Okay, so it is polluting. And because we produce 14 million tons of carbon black every year, that means we pollute the air with more than 40 million tons of CO2. It's a terrible process, it really is. In Europe it's relatively regulated, but if you go somewhere else it's even worse. In our process, instead of 40 million tons of CO2 emission, we have 0. No CO2 emission at all. We just reuse what's available. Instead of extracting oil from the earth, we reuse it again. And we can reuse it again and again. So every time the tire is wasted, we can use it. And that solves the second problem. Not only do we reduce CO2, but as you've seen in the slides, we solve the waste problem as well. Waste tires are everywhere. You probably know this site. It might be familiar. We don't have them as many as the Netherlands, but there are worldwide. The Bill Gates Foundation is complaining about waste tires in Africa because it's causing malaria, because the mosquitoes breed in them. So it is a real problem. Why? Because they have no value. If you want to change that, you have to give it value. Every year, 1 billion tires are being wasted. It's laying around. That means that we waste 4 million tons of CO2, of carbon black in it. And with that, it wastes the CO2 that's used to produce carbon black. So taking the waste tires, reusing them, will help tremendously. And BlackBear has found a solution for that. We have developed the technology over the last 5 years, improving it every time. We have tested it many times in Germany, and we found a solution to get high quality carbon black out of it. Not only did we test it, but more importantly, our clients tested it. And they were very happy with it. So we have tested in the rubber industry, with tires, Goodyear, Michelin, or in plastics, DSM for example, well known here of course, but also in paintings, BASF, PPG, AXO, companies like that, they've tested our product. They take months to test it, but all of them have reacted very positively. And those positive reactions made it possible for us to talk to banks to build the first plant. So we've been able to finance the first plant with bank financing, thanks to those positive reactions. And this plant will be operational this summer. It will start recycling tires, 15 kilotons every year of tires, recycling it into 5 kilotons of carbon black. That means that every year we save the planet 22 kilotons of CO2 emissions. That's equal to 1 million trees. So every plant that we build is equal to 1 million trees, savings in CO2. Of course, one plant is nice. But if you want to make it a real business, if you want to roll it out, if you want to have impact, you shouldn't stop at one plant. And we won't stop at one plant. In the world, there are enough tires for 800 plants. 800 plants, just 1 billion tires every year. We can recycle them every year. We cannot build those on our own. But the waste tire industry is well organized in a way. Everywhere there are local players. So we team up with local tire collectors. We provide them with the knowledge and we help them in setting up a new business. Their business is providing people employment in deserted areas. Very often that's where they are. And so it really gives them advantage economically, but also of course, in the environment it helps them. So we help improve every country, every place where there are waste ties. We help improve the economy and we help improve the impact on the environment. Now we are ready for this rollout for 800 plants. That's where we want to work to. We have the knowledge, we have tested it, we have the product, we have the clients, and most importantly, we have a team. We have a highly experienced team, which is not normal for a startup, and that's why we moved to the rollout phase, because all of us have more than 25 years experience in our own field. We lack some diversity, but we have some other diversity. We all have our own expertise. If you look all the way to the right, that's Joost. He has built plants all over the world. If you look all the way to the left, you have Chris. If you want to spend a nice evening, have a nice dinner, you want to know everything about carbon black, talk to him. He knows much more than you ever wanted to know. And I think that's true for everybody in our team, technical, marketing. But that's also, where I come back to later, we need some more diversity. So that's where we need your help. In the meantime, we have developed a team. We're now 16 people in total, but that's not enough. So my ask to you is provide us with good young people, introduce us to them. We need people for communication. We need people for sales, marketing. We need technical people because we want to grow. And together with all those people, we want to work towards a greener world. We want to have those 800 plants. If you want to build them, you have to do more than 10 plants a year. You have to do more than 20 plants a year. You have to do more than 40 plants a year. We have it organized, we have everything in place, but to roll out much more quickly, we need people. We also will need funding over time, but Stichting Doen and others have helped us already tremendously. And so I think that's in place, but with your help, we can grow much more rapidly. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Peter. So we're moving on to the last pitch, and here he is already. Jasper Gabrielsen from Seepje. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. So we're at the next web. It's about time to talk about doing laundry, right? Who of you all has ever done a load of laundry? Oh, I'm happy to see all those hands. And who has ever done a load of laundry using the peel of a fruit? It's getting better. This is the peel of the Sapindus mucorossi fruit. This fruit grows abundantly in Nepal, in the Himalayan area, in India also, and it has a natural form of soap in it that comes out when they get in touch with water. So if that happens in your washing machine, it cleans your clothes and softens them also. I'm together with Melvin, I'm a man with a passion for doing laundry. That wasn't the case 3 years ago, when I was 21 years old and we were both sitting on the couch as typical students, watching a woman from Nepal cleaning her clothes, but also her hair and her body, using those shells. We were like, why is that possible in Nepal? And why are we using all of these synthetical detergents to clean our clothes with? So we scraped together our student loans, 4,600 euros to be precise, and we developed the first product, which was this little box with 150 grams of shells in it, good for 30 natural loads of laundry. So how does that work? You put 4 of those shells into a cotton laundry bag that's also in the package, and you throw that into the washing machine together with your clothes. The water comes into the washing machine, the soap comes out of the shells and cleans and softens your clothes. It's that easy. The same shells you can use twice more, so 3 times in total. And there are, as you can see, 3 products. On the left, you see the morning in the woods smell. And on the right, the summer vacation smell. Or scent, I must say. Scent is better. And that is added by a little bottle of biologically certified essential oil. So you drip that in the basket where you normally put your softener. We had a lot of positive responses to our brand and our products, but there were also a lot of people that were very interested in Seepje, but a little scared of the shells. is it going to clean my beautiful new pair of socks? Well, yes, it does, but we want to help them and make it a little bit easier. So, together with the Doen Foundation, we created the liquid Seepjes, based on an extract from those shells for liquid detergents that are used just the way you are used to. On the left, you see the freshly squeezed spring smell, or the vers geperste lentegeur for everyone who's Dutch. On the right, the free and happy smell, both for one for the colored laundry and one for the white laundry. So 7 products are sold now in 550 stores in the Netherlands. This is a little bit outdated. And we have sold over 3 million natural loads of laundry. And that's important because together we want to clean the world into a better place. And we do that by reserving nature. So those peels, they come from the trees. And the trees are often cut, used for firewood, except for as we pay a fair price for the product, then the trees will be reserved. Also, we use only renewable resources for the products, so we don't have to use oil as a basis for detergent. We also try to better the working and living conditions for the people in Nepal. We have 32 people working there, and we have made sure that they are paid above the living wage, which is 75% higher than the average wage over there. And also helped, for example, with the earthquake last year, April last year. Probably you all remember the earthquake that happened there in April. We started a crowdfunding campaign, Doing Laundry for Nepal, it's called, and raised 35,000 euros within a week with 1,200 people here in the Netherlands. And we're also able to help 1,300 people there with relief materials, so water, food, tents, what they needed at that point. Last but not least, we are working with people from a social workplace, CISA. 15 guys and girls are having a lot of fun packing our products. So that is also, I think, a good way to have an impact. And we do that together with our customers, who are responsible for those crazy names of the products, actually, that you just heard. Also together with other brands. Anyone's ever heard of Tony Chocolonely? Probably yes. On its way to 100% slave-free chocolate. Dopper, the water bottle, prevents us from using single-use plastic. Komkommer, everyone's heard of Komkommer? It's not good, Komkommer? Saving food, yeah. Yeah, saving food. They are saving oddly looking vegetables because they are just as healthy and only just a little bit less pretty in the eyes of a lot of people and supermarket chains. So they are putting them back into the stores in the form of soup, which is very good actually, so try it. And also, for example, Social Enterprise NL, who is making sure all these companies can work together, as is Doen Foundation also doing, of course, and helping us a lot. So I did it already this year, and I'm probably going to do it again later on this year, but I want to congratulate the Doen Foundation on their 25th anniversary, and I wish you all a very, very nice evening.